The fallout from this scandal has been nothing short of catastrophic for The View. ABC executives are in full-blown crisis mode. The hosts are scrambling for damage control, and now one of the most influential voices in media, Joe Rogan, has entered the fray. His scathing takedown has sent shockwaves through the internet, turning this controversy into one of the biggest media firestorms in recent memory. At the heart of it all is the explosive lawsuit that is already being described as one of the most significant defamation cases in modern television history. Karoline Leavitt, a rising conservative figure, has accused The View of running a calculated smear campaign against her, one designed to destroy her credibility and career simply because she doesn't align with their political views. What began as typical panel banter quickly spiraled into something far more sinister when Joy Behar and Sunny Hostin launched into personal attacks. They suggested Leavitt only got her job because Trump thinks she's a 10, implying that her success had nothing to do with merit. Whoopi Goldberg, as always, sat back and nodded along, allowing the verbal onslaught to unfold unchecked. But Leavitt wasn't about to let it slide. Instead of backing down or engaging in a war of words on social media, she went nuclear, slapping The View with an $800 million lawsuit. She claims their reckless comments have caused irreparable harm to her professional reputation, limiting her career opportunities and painting her as a political puppet rather than a legitimate voice in media. Initially, ABC executives dismissed the lawsuit as nothing more than political posturing, but as the case gained traction, it became clear that Leavitt had built an airtight legal argument, one that could expose the network to serious financial and reputational damage. Then, as if things weren't bad enough for The View, Joe Rogan entered the conversation, and that's when everything truly exploded. Joe Rogan's unfiltered takedown. Never one to hold back, Rogan delivered a brutal takedown of the show, zeroing in on its hypocrisy, performative outrage, and intellectual dishonesty. During one of his latest podcast episodes, he described The View as a rabies-infested henhouse, where facts don't matter, and the loudest, most outraged host wins. But he didn't stop there. He singled out Sunny Hostin, calling her one of the dumbest people on television, and accusing her of pushing false narratives while pretending to be a journalist. Rogan mocked her performative outrage, pointing out how she constantly plays the victim while actively working to tear down anyone who doesn't align with her worldview. Then came the receipts. Rogan exposed The View's blatant hypocrisy, pulling up old footage of Whoopi Goldberg and Joy Behar happily praising Donald Trump back when he was a celebrity and a TV star. In these clips, they treated him like a close friend, showering him with compliments. But the moment he became a political figure who threatened their ideological narrative, they suddenly painted him as a monster. This proves just how performative The View truly is, Rogan argued. They don't actually care about principles or truth. They care about controlling the narrative. The internet's verdict: The View is done. Rogan's takedown ignited a social media firestorm. Within hours, hashtags like "You Cancel The View" and "Defund ABC" were trending worldwide. Viewers from all sides of the political spectrum began calling out the show's hypocrisy, demanding accountability. Major advertisers reportedly started reconsidering their partnerships, fearing that aligning with The View could become a PR disaster. Even within ABC, the situation has escalated to crisis levels. According to leaked reports, network executives are having serious discussions about making drastic changes to The View's lineup, including potentially firing key hosts, or in an extreme scenario, canceling the show entirely. But it gets even worse. There are now rumors that Leavitt's legal team has obtained internal ABC emails proving that the attacks against her weren't spontaneous. They were coordinated and deliberate. If these documents become public, it could open the floodgates for more lawsuits and shatter ABC's credibility beyond repair. Desperate damage control. Behind the scenes, despite the overwhelming evidence stacked against them, The View's hosts are now desperately trying to backtrack. Insiders claim that behind the scenes, they are begging ABC to settle the lawsuit before it reaches court, fearing the potential financial and reputational damage. But here's the kicker: Leavitt has already rejected multiple settlement offers. Sources say she's not interested in a payout. She's in this for accountability. Meanwhile, social media has completely turned against The View. Reaction clips from Rogan's podcast have gone viral, with thousands of users celebrating his unfiltered approach. Some of the most liked comments under his videos include Joe Rogan,